What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is ShottyHugh99, and it is Friday, December 19th, 2025, and that means two things. One, I'm about 5 days away from starting my Christmas shopping, and two, we just finished week 5 of season 9 of VVHL, and it has been a crazy week. We saw it in the standings. We're going to see it in the player stats at the end of the week. There was movement up and down. Next week, well, actually, sorry, we're on a 2-week hiatus now. So this also means, the second thing was that this is the last LiveWire and the last official VVHL stream before Christmas and New Year's. And happy holidays to everybody out there. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, happy whatever you celebrate, and have a Happy New Year as well. But we got 30 more minutes of your time in 2025 before we even start a great tournament tonight. It's going to be a great night. Kudos to Aquino for getting that all set up. It's going to be a lot of fun hanging out with our VVHL family. I've got no Bag Blast Dan. I've got no BA Superhero tonight. I got the man himself though, Mr. Stefano 99. Stefano, happy holidays. How you doing, buddy? How was your week 5?
What's up? It was great. My week 5 was a little bit hard. I was in Florida and I had to play on a 55-inch TV, and yeah, we got it done though. Lost one, but we got it done. So went I think 5-1 on the week.
Yeah, so one of those wins was against us. You guys are a hard team to play against. All that offensive firepower in front of the league's 2 best goalies, or 2 of the league's best goalies, I should say. We're going to see that very soon there. But a very good job going on there in the Crease Police. Well, let's take a look at some of the trades that took place before we get into the nitty-gritty of it. We started things off with Squad and Hawks going to the Space Cowboys. I know they were running Mikey Diesel in net. I know Mikey Diesel wanted to skate. They got his former GM there as well, or was he the GM? Either way, the Mike Hawks are back together on the Space Cowboys, bringing along Squad 2, who's been having himself a great season, just made it in at the end. But going the other way, oh, baby, the South Beach Snipers just got that much harder. They're getting Thought King back, and they got Lloyd now as well. So Snipers kind of putting together something. There is going to be a bloodbath between now and the end of the season, and the Snipers are getting themselves all set up for it. Then we had a big 3-way trade. Master of Disaster and Joker going to the Degenerates. Luigi and Mark still looking to find that right chemistry there, hoping that this move pays out for them. They got Torchit on the move once again, though. He's going to the Port City Flames along with Mitchie, and White Castle going to Crease Police in the process. Stefano, White Castle.
Yeah, it's honest. It's a good surprise, man. It's a good surprise. I love Disaster. I do really love him. He's a great player. I don't know what was said with Duncan Aquino, but having Castle and him and I being, I guess, IRLs in real life, so we know each other and we've been playing with each other for a long time, so I think the chem will be there. So I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, never
with Biz and I.
Never easy making trades, especially when you're the league's top team. But bringing White Castle in feels like a really, really good mix to put you guys even that much more over the top. That being said, a bunch of great players like Torchik going to Port City along with Mitchie. Mitchie's moved, I think, once or twice now, but he's got that versatility. I know we looked at him a few times. And the Master, Disaster, and Joker Generates still all hard, still trying to find that combination. Let's see if Disaster and Joker can be part of that change that they need. And that was it for our trades for this week. Let's hop right in to our week 5 scores. And we've got the Arctic Tigers starting things off with a rare 5-3 loss to the Crease Police. Crease Police starting to roll there early. Bravehearts 8-5 over the Degenerates. The Dreadhounds 14-8 over the Torchmen. Space Cowboys 7-1 over the Generals. Boy, oh boy, Space Cowboys played a really good game that game. Kudos to them. Mammoth 5-1 over the Snipers. Port City Flames 9-7 over the Slicers. And the Pirates take down the Sewer Kings, and what was one of the most fun games to watch on stream, 6-3. Big win there for the Pirates. Stefano, early start here. I think we saw the Arctic Tigers have themselves a great record, so taking them down in the first game is huge for you guys.
Yeah, Slur and Clams and Zion, they played stellar, and of course you gotta say Aquino did a great job too. But no, all around a great squad on that line. They're really clicking ever since we got Zion. Him and Slur have just laid down the pedal and have not let up. So
yes,
I'm excited.
Yes.
So
yes sir. I missed the chat here. We got Jesse Jen saying happy holidays. Happy holidays, Jesse. Great interview there with Mark, I believe it was, or was it Aquino tonight? Either way, I read both. I had today off, and my mental state reflects that, so it's gonna be a night. We got Octo Daddy there too. What's up, Octo Daddy? Hope that everything's treating you there well in the new the new team. We miss you already. And we got Big Truck there too, saying my new home in Part City is too expensive. And I'm a little too wrecked to decipher what that actually means. So I'm just going to leave that to the... I'll leave that to everybody else.
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, the in part of the city is expensive. In Port City. There we go. That makes way more sense, and I should be able to piece that together. How's it going, Big Truck? Looking at the 9:45 games, Arctic Tigers rebounded 11-4 over the Torchmen. Bravehearts 3-1 over the Space Cowboys. Low scoring affair there. We got the Crease Police 6-3 over the Snipers. 10-3 Slicers taking down the Degenerates. The Crease Police 10-5 over the Dreadhounds. Generals with a huge win over the Pirates right there, 4-3. That was a crazy one to watch. That game took a few years off my life. And the Mammoth with a huge win over Port City, 8-7. And as we look at the 10-15 games rounding off Tuesday, 10-9 Bravehearts taking down the Arctic Tigers. I'm not sure if that was an overtime or not, but that's a rare 2-loss night for the Arctic Tigers. Let's see if they rebound on Wednesday. Crease Police 7-0 next game over the Torchmen. Degenerates 9-4 over the Space Cowboys. Snipers 8-7 over the Dreadhounds. Slicers 8-6 over the Generals. Big game there. My goodness, they got something going on there in Slicerland. Slicerland. You know what? Okay, that's good. It sounded like Switzerland. I thought that sounded really wrong for a second there. We got the Sewer Kings 9-2 over the Mammoth, and the Pirates end their Tuesday 0-2, 7-6 loss to the Port City Flames. Stefano, what sticks out to you here? We've seen Port City the Pirates lose 2. We've seen the Arctic Cats lose 2. A rare 2-loss Tuesday for those teams.
I don't know. I don't know if it's. I don't know. Honestly, I was watching a little bit. Hey, I mean, as long as they can bounce back and just play their hearts out, I think everything will be fine. I think the Tigers will do that. I think they will. So honestly, and the Pirates too. I think they'll come back. Don't worry.
Oh, so I'm sure they will. I'm sure when we take a look at Wednesday, it's going to be a different story for sure. But these teams are kind of like, we're seeing all these packs form, the top 4, and then after the top 4, you've got this mishmash of 6 or 7 teams that are just duking it out for those last 4 spots. It's going to be a slobberknocker right until the end. Looking at Wednesday, 9:15 starting things off. Generals Big 10-3 win over the Mammoths to start their Wednesday off. Port City 6-2 over the Dreadhounds. The Degenerates 10-6 over the Pirates. Sewer Kings 5-4 over the Crease Police. Crease Police falling in a rare one there. The Slicers 8-6 over the Bravehearts. Snipers 8-6 over the Torchmen. And the Arctic Cats turning things around immediately. Big 8-3 win over the Space Cowboys. Turning their week around right there, bringing themselves back to 500. At 9:45, Dreadhounds 8-5 over the Degenerates. Crease Police 9-4 over the Generals. Boy, that's a tough game. You guys got you and Biz together. Yeah, it hurt my feelings. 14-2. The Bravehearts with a big win over the Mammoth. 13-7. Port City over the Torchmen. Pirates rebounded 9-7 over the Space Cowboys. Sewer Kings rolling on the week. 10-6 over the Snipers. And the Arctic Tigers 12-7, 2-0 on the night over the Slicers. Rounding things off on week 5, we got the Dreadhounds 4-3 win over the Degenerates. That was a back and forth game, hell of one. Absolutely soul crushing to lose, but they earned that one. Mayers was on fire that game. Great job by him. The Mammoth 12-7 over the Degenerates. Crease Police 6-4 over the Flames. Pirates 11-3 over the Bravehearts. Sewer Kings having a great week, 9-4 over the Torchmen. Slicers 6-5 over the Space Cowboys. And I already forgot about this game. The game that we almost didn't watch on stream because I forgot that it was going into overtime. After calling the game and going into overtime, 10-7 Snipers over the Arctic Cats. So what was your final record then again, Stefano? I know you said earlier, but
I think it's 5-1. I think we went 5-1. I think the Sewer Kings beat us the first game on Wednesday. So
well, the best thing to do after losing game 1 is win the next 5. That's a real good way to do it.
Yeah, just Sewer King. I mean, they're coming out strong. They came out really strong. They kind of hit us by surprise, and I was at least. I'll just take it, and then I'll just say I was just put on my back on my feet. I just could not start well during that game. So
games like that are
I'll take credibility for that. Yeah, no. I just started off way too bad, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Let's see where the teams are standing after the end of week 5. Luckily, the Crease Police were able to overcome Stefano's play and still sit at the top of the leaderboards. 26-2-2, 78 points on the season. Great job by them. Sewer Kings on their heels, 24-6-0, 71 points. Arctic Tigers in third with 64. Prairie Pirates in that fourth spot with 53. Slicers tied with them. 2 teams tied for fourth. South Beach, good for 6 with 50. Port City sitting at 49. Dreadhounds at 48. Generals find themselves on the outside of the playoffs. 44 points for them, sitting at 9th. Great Lake Mammoths, 38. Bravehearts, 35. The Degenerates with 21. Space Cowboys with 20. And the Torchmen still at the bottom. But, man, they got a lot of heart. I've never seen a team lose so many one-goal games. It's absolutely crazy. I know they've kind of had it rough in the last little week here, but still, kudos to Jesse and the boys there. They are putting on a good show. Looking at stats-wise, points leaders, ISO had himself a week. I know he played all 6, but boy, he put up points in every single one of those games. 144 points, leading the league right now, good for first. Gagoots in second with 118. Yeti with 115. Swoley with 114. Prime G Funk 103. Snickers at an even 100. Carney with 98, tied with Showstopper, good for 7. Caustic and Dex tied for 9th, 97 apiece. Lots of names that are familiar, top to bottom here, but ISO having himself one heck of a week, 144 points. Goals-wise, though, Swoley still the man on the throne, 71 for him. ISO is in second, though, 63, 8 behind. He's trying to play catch-up. Boss Games, shout out Boss Games. He's sitting at 62, good for third. FaZe Toxic, whose name just came up constantly on Wednesday, I believe. He's good for 60 goals on the season, good for fourth. Dex, no surprise seeing him in the top 5, 58 for him. Biz with 57. Carney and Zafarius tied with 55, and Crazy and Caustic with 54. Assist-wise, this is where ISO has been shining. 81 assists on the season for him. Buck, shout out Buck with 71, and his slicer companion Gagoots with 69. Nobody's got 67. I was going to make a Mikey D's reference. I got excited for a second. We got Infinite Clams with 66. So we got the 2 Infinites tied with 66 assists apiece. The world is at peace, and the universe is at balance. Before I move on, shout out Infinite for the graphics once again. Dude is just the best. And we appreciate everything you do, buddy. So shout out Infinite Madness. Nihilistic Yeti with 64. Mousky with 63. Wax, shout out Wax with 56, tied with Onion Pie. And J-Men Fish with 55. On the hit side of things, oh my goodness. Jaybird back on top, 149, but we have got the hit race to lead that just destroys all other hit races that we've seen in previous years. 149, 146, 143. Jaybird, Showstopper, Mayors. Good for 1, 2, 3. Only 5 behind Mayors. Snickers with 138. 5 behind him is Slur with 133. G-Wits back up there with 130. Jesse Jen with 116. Mobsky with 96. I think I somehow messed up the form. I think that's got to be... He's probably got 116 as well, let's say.
I can check.
But then we got Hatfield and ISO 113 and 111 respectfully. So Jesse Jen with 116. Mopsy's got to be in there somewhere. Let's just say 116. Jaybird saying, I'm back. Yes, sir. And Kino saying almost 6-7. I know, right? It was so close. We were going to have such a good time. It's fine. Taking a look on the defensive side of things still, the interception leaders, Snickers leading the pack again. This man is an offensive dynamo and has the defensive game to back it up, leading everybody in the league. 47 interceptions for him. Mousy with 41, ISO with 40, Crave with 36, Wax with 32, Disaster with 31, Infinite Clams with 30, Infinite Madness with 28. They can't leave each other's side. Prime G Funk with 28 and Comeback King with 27. Sticking with the takeaways side of things, and this is where ISO's been shining again. 103 for him, great showing there. 94 for Crave Dog, tied with Wax, good for second. Thenny with 92. Mowski with 90. A-Day with 87. Gagoots with 86. Thought King with 84. Myself somehow with 80. And Mayers with 78. And before I forget, shout out A-Day, who was gracious enough to give the league a pretty substantial donation. It was I mean, let's just say it's going to help us keep the website going, everything. So I know we made a post about it. Yeah, I know I made a post about it. When you see that, man, give 888 all the props, man. That's it's never required, but it's always appreciated. So, and every red penny that the league gets goes into the league. Blah 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about. We got a tournament to get to. Let's keep going. Save percentage wise, we have got a race, and it is nasty. Aquino, top dog, 830 for him. B-Mac with 823. Those two just battling, saber rattling back and forth for that first spot. Dunk not far behind with an 800. Vin with a 743, good for fourth. Coronado with a 730. Shout out Coronado. Gritty with a 728. Shout out Gritty. All former Generals goalies. I love those boys. Ajax Attack with a 725. Big Truck with a 723. Rifle Drum with a 717. Still rocking strong in net for Port City. And one sad boy keeping himself in the top 10, doing some top tier tendon for those Sewer Kings. 712 for him. Goals against wise, it's much of the same. We got Aquino still at the top there. 3.0 GAA is nuts for this league and the firepower that's flying around there. A 313 for BMAC. Easy Dunk in third again with a 367. Coronado with a 461. One sad boy with a 486. Gritty. Shout out again, Gritty. I miss you, buddy. 500 for Gritty. Rifle Drum 522. Big Truck with a 533. Ajax Attack with a 542. And Vin with a 554. That is our goals against leaders and our stats for week 5. What a week it's been. Crease Police still sitting atop the standings. Sewer Kings only 2 wins behind them. Couple wins back. Arctic Tigers and the Prairie Pirates a few wins behind them. So you kind of see 1, 2, 3 is going to be battling real hard for those spots. I'm not saying the Prairie Pirates can't catch the Arctic Tigers, but with the way the Arctic Tigers have been playing, that's going to be a real tough task. But you look 4 through 9 is 9 points, 3 wins. Separates home playoff advantage from missing the playoffs entirely. So it is going to be a absolute race to the end. It is going to be a battle. So many good teams, and my goodness, how are things? I mean, it's a dumb question, but how are things sitting there in Crease Police land? Crease Police land.
So, I mean, it feels nice. It really does, because I haven't won anything yet, honestly. But at the same time, I don't really think about playoffs at all. Kind of like what Dave said in the VMZ this week. We don't really talk about playoffs. We just kind of play our game, and we just kind of sit there and just do our thing. And if it works, it works. So.
I mean, best team in the league is nice, but most people say 9th is the power position that you kind of want to be in with 3 weeks left, just to really, I mean, I don't want to give away all our secrets, but we're feeling pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad. Just like Octo Daddy just said, 1 week at a time. Yep. Exactly. Yep, exactly. 1 week at a time. Yes, sir. Well, hey, everybody, that's a pretty week. Well, I mean, maybe depends on how you look at it, but a pretty quick live wire this week. Sorry for flying through it so fast, but we got a tournament right around the corner, and only 2 trades this week, so we were able to fly through it pretty quick. I guess we'll just shut it down there. Good luck to everybody in the tournament tonight. It's going to be a great time. Shout out again to Aquino for getting that all set up. I couldn't believe it when I was looking at the sign up to see 16 people at each position. That is insanity. That's actually more teams that we have than in the league right now. That's funny. That is funny. That's awesome. It's going to be great. 3 trades. One at the start. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, sir. Well, hey, seriously, another great season here. It's been great. 2025 was awesome. We love having all you in the league. It's been so great, you know, being able to wake up and before I leave for work, just see like an LFG game going. It's been great, and the league continues to just get better. Just so thankful to everybody that puts anything into this. Stefano, guys like yourself stepping up, getting involved with media. We had 2 new admins this year in Aquino and Caustic, and those guys have just been balling out for us. It has been great. And so, you know, I'm thankful for this league. I'm thankful for all of you that are a part of it. And I'm thankful that we got 3 more weeks because the General's got a lot of work to do. But Stefano, anything you want to add before we end it off?
Just Merry Christmas. Be safe. Spend time with your families. Have a good time. So, happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy whatever you celebrate. And have a happy New Year. Stay safe out there. We got a lot more games for you to come back to. So, take care, everybody. We love the heck out of you. Good luck tonight in your tournament games. And we won't be back here. Actually, you know what? I can't confirm it yet, but we got an ECU tournament coming up over the holidays. We're going to try and give it a little bit of media love. I'm going to try and see what I can do. It depends on my schedule and what I can, but, you know, we want to see some of those ECU people that have been waiting so patiently get their turn in the spotlight. So we appreciate the heck out of them for waiting too, and for everybody for signing up. It's going to be really fun. And kudos to Mikey Diesel for getting that all set up. And of course, Backblast Dan. I feel like I've talked about every other admin at this point, but all the admins have just been so awesome this season in getting everything done. So through and through, it's a great team effort. It's a great family here at the VVHL, and we look forward to everything that comes with that in 2026. But before that, come get your butt kicked one more time at 25. Hey, let's see you in that tournament. Have a good night, everybody. We appreciate the heck out of all of you. A big thank you to everybody that made 2025 what it was. I'm stalling again because I can't find the ending screen every single time. There it is. We appreciate the heck out of all of you. Thank you, Stefano, for joining me here tonight. It was a pleasure. You all take care. Have a good time, everybody. Peace out.
Peace.